All right, here he is, the one and only Mark Masters, our Leaf reporter. And Mark Giordano goes down in the first. Jake McCabe is hobbled in the second. And Brad Treliving after the game, Mark Masters, he says, I got to get on the phone and I got to bring a Leaf legend back to this team because we need help on the blue line. What do you think of the addition of Lyubushkin?
Yes, well, they're familiar with him, at least in the organization, with him having played a couple years ago for them. But they need a right-shot defenseman right now. They've needed it for some time, but it's really become an acute need in recent days. In fact, Sheldon Keefe revealing after the game tonight that they had talked about playing Mitch Marner on defense even before the game, and then Mark Giordano goes down with a head injury. Jake McCabe is banged up, and we see Marner play a lot of shifts on defense tonight. So Lyubushkin brings physicality. I'm not sure it's the needle mover. I don't think it changes the balance of power or anything, but they really need help on the blue line right now, and he will supply that. And the sooner they can get him in, the better.
And then Joseph Woll gets his first win since in his first game since December the 7th. He looked terrific on the screen. How did he look to you in person?
Yeah, no rust that I could see. That was the biggest positive for the Leafs tonight. They did not play particularly well in this game, despite beating a Coyotes team that was on a long skid here. In fact, Sheldon Keefe said the Coyotes were the better team. They had the more scoring chances, and Woll was the difference in this game. And that's what he felt. He said he felt really good. He said the 5-on-6 chances he faced was a good test at the end there. He really missed this. You could tell there was some emotion in his voice talking after the game about how long the road had been back since the high ankle sprain on December 7th. And this is such a positive development for the Leafs now that they can get him back, have Ilya Samsonov feeling much better about his game since clearing waivers and coming back from his recall. So the Leafs feel like they've got their tandem up and running now, and that's going to be helpful because it's a busy schedule down the stretch.
How about this, Mark? The Leafs ending that 21-year home drought against the Coyotes, something that at least one of the Arizona natives on the Leafs, that came as a bit of a surprise to him.
Yeah, Matthew Nyes, the last time the Leafs had won in regulation against the Coyotes in this building, it was his birthday back in 2002. He did not know that. He was surprised, to say the least, when informed of that fact after the game. He was laughing and saying, that's a long time. Quite the coincidence, and he, of course, gets the goal to lift the curse or the jinx, whatever you want to call it. He actually did not expect the pass from Mitch Marner. He told us he was actually telling Marner, do not pass it to me. Take it yourself. But Marner, that's kind of his signature setup. He does it anyway. Nyes puts in the goal. Very nice. It did mean something to him. In fact, the fact that it was a Logan Cooley turnover plays into it as well. That's his buddy from the University of Minnesota. To score a goal like that against his hometown team, that means a lot for him. A nice moment for Nyes. As for Austin Matthews, not quite as meaningful. He kind of gave a deadpan answer about extremely significant, but this is a guy, you know, he scored twice against the Coyotes last week in his hometown. He's got 53 goals on the season. For Nyes, this was quite special. For Matthews, kind of another day at the office. Another day at the office for Mark Masters this Saturday as the Leafs will host a very good New York Rangers team. He is our Leafs reporter, Mark Masters.